Okay, welcome to UDS Development, and here we discuss various topics under development. Yes, we elaborate all those topics under development. And my name is Redeemer. Here with me is Tiyumba. Yes, today we are basically going to talk about development, what the concept development means. Then I think people would really love to hear this as well. So a quick one there. Let's just go and then start with our questions today. So we start with what development is. So Tiyumba, what is development?
I am very happy to be part of today's discussion topic, development. It looks so interesting to be given such an interesting and broad topic like development to be discussed. And I think if you look at the word development, is just a concept. Most of us misunderstand the word or the concept. And I think today we will try our possible best to clarify a lot of things concerning the word development or the concept development. If you look at the concept development, I think there is no country in this world that can claim the titleship of development, because it is just a social phenomenon contested in both theoretical idea and normatively. So development is just a complex issue around which a bitter argument involved around. I think that is basically what development means.
So we are saying that no country in this world can just say that we are developed. At least even if they have achieved some level of development, but they cannot just say that, oh, they are developed, you get it?
Yes.
So basically development is something that no country in this world can claim titleship of it, because when we look at it critically, some countries, though they are developed, they have what it takes to be called developed, but there are some loopholes that does not make it developed, or that does not generalize it as development. So basically development doesn't have
a specific definition.
Okay. So let's look at some of the definitions that we have under development.
Yeah, your question today to me is not strange because it was asked by a lot of people. I think if I don't lose my sense of remembrance, in 1972 there was a group of people who came to the DC and asked him the same question. In 2000 there was a group of people who came to Alan Thomas and asked him the same question. 2009 they asked him the same question. 1995 they asked Hugo Slim the same question. A lot of the development scholars, including Alan Thomas, Amartya Sen, a lot, Robert Chambers, they asked him the same question. So I think a lot of the scholars have their views. They have their own understanding of the concept. So that is why I said no country in this world can claim the titleship of development.
Okay.
What I see to be development, you may not see it as development.
Okay.
So according to the scholar, Robert Chambers said, development is just a good change. That is his view of development. That is his notion of development. It's a good change. It's a good change. Anything that is good is what? Development to him. That is his notion. If you look at Hugo Slim is saying that development is essentially about change, but not just anything, but a definite improvement of the country economy. That is his what? Notion of development. So you see the contested nature.
It was centered on the economy.
Okay. So that is the contested nature of what development. So the third definition given by Robert Chambers is different from the notion of Hugo Slim.
Yeah.
And if you check Amartya Sen see development to be what? Freedom.
Freedom.
Okay. If you have freedom, then it means that you have development. Yeah, he even went further and said it consists of removal of all kind of unfreedom that limits people with a little choice or opportunities of exercising their what reasoning agency. That is his understanding of development, and we call it notion. And if you check Alan Thomas, he defined development in 3 steps. First, he defined it in vision. Another step, he defined it in historical process. And the last one, he said it was deliberate effort.
Okay.
So I think another scholar definition that I want to quote here, and I trust the definition very, very much, is this guy, Denotes. So that is here he compromised a lot of things. He defined development as just a reduction of poverty, unemployment, and inequality. So that is his definition of development. Okay, so that makes the definition a contested one.
Okay, so basically he has given some of these development definitions from the various scholars that we have. So why is it that we don't have a specific definition for development? Because this one says this one says this. Like you are saying that some are saying a good change, some are talking about a good change and improvement in the country's economy. Some are even saying it's just any change, a change at all, a good change as a matter of fact.
Okay.
So what is influencing the definition for development?
Okay. The reason why we can't have a specific definition for development is that, you see, your definition of development, my definition of development will shift based on your situationality, based on your positionality of the development or practitioner.
Wow. Okay. So this is indirectly telling me that what I will consider as development here in UDS, a student in KNUST
will not consider it as development.
Wow. So that means basically development doesn't have a specific definition. Though at the end of the day, if you consider all the definitions from the various scholars, it is indirectly talking about a change, right?
Yeah,
an improvement.
Even the various scholars, their definition of development, I, as a young economist, I disagree with it.
Wow.
Yeah, I disagree.
Okay.
Because I see development to be a removal of obstacle in a person's life.
Wow.
Obstacles like insufficient water, obstacle like just absence of basic needs, obstacle like a lot of obstacles in this campus. So I see development to be a removal of obstacles in a person's life.
That means this brings us to human development.
Yeah, human development.
That means your development is centered on
on what human development.
So what about the economic aspect?
The economic aspect. If you build your human development, I think it will be very easier for you to achieve the economic impact of development.
But let's look at things from here. You know, for human development to be facilitated, it requires economic growth.
It requires economic. Yes.
So that means they are joined together.
They are joined.
But the situation here is that the country or the various the government is focused on economic growth, rather than the human development.
And that is not supposed to be the case.
Okay.
Because humans are first. Just put whatever you are doing, you put humanity in first before economic or anything other.
Okay, so that's a quick one there. So we've heard the definition of development. Development doesn't have a specific definitions. According to my senior man here, development does not have a specific definition due to the fact that the situationality and then the positionality of the scholars has influenced this definition. And then basically each and every individual in the country, as a matter of fact, you listening to me will not define development as I will define it. So development is influenced by what you have gotten, what you have already, and what you aspire to have. So you have what you have, or what you are yet to attain, is what influence your definition.
Let me just make this one clear. I, as a quad teacher, if I have a meal a day, it's a development to me. And someone in an airport area who can afford, let's say, $3,000 per month, is a development to him. But me, I may not see it as development to me. he may not see mine to be developed.
Yeah.
So what I would call development, he may not call it a development.
So basically, situationality
and positionality. That is what
definition
influenced the definition of development.
Okay. So I think let's just go to our last question, and then that is why some countries are developed and some countries are not developed.
I think why some countries develop and other countries are not developed. I think if, like, let's put it aside. Let's just work on it like we are in Ghana.
Okay.
Let's use Ghana for example.
Yes,
why Ghana we are not developed?
Okay.
The reason why we are not developed is, I blame the educational system of Africa.
Wow.
I say Ghana.
Wow.
I blame the educational system.
Wow.
Because the educational system we are running now is what grammatic. Rather than what the vocationality. If you look at Malaysia, if you look at Singapore, if you look at other countries, we took independence at the same time.
Yeah.
But now we are lagging behind.
Wow.
They are far developed than us. You know why? They put much emphasis, they italicize much on what vocational training rather than what grammar-based education. So I think basically what is killing this country to develop is just our educational system. So I'm therefore calling for restructuralization of educational curriculum here.
So that means that the educational system we have is causing us to not attain development as expected. So I think we have these countries like Singapore and then Malaysia as an example. They are focused on the technical aspect,
yes.
Right? They are focused on the industrial aspect. But we are on theories. We are on theory. At the end of the day, when we finish maybe our study on those theories and all those this theoretical aspect. At the end of the day, we are employed under the industries. And how much do we make? How much are we going to benefit on this country? How much are we benefiting? You see, so at the end of the day, it affects us. So we think that the curriculum should be reset well, should be restructured in order to improve about development. Secondly, we talk about corruption. Yes, let's talk about corruption because we can't leave corruption.
Yes,
out.
We can't leave.
Yes.
For instance, Ghana, we can't talk of undevelopment without mentioning corruption.
Okay.
Corruption is one of the key when it comes to development or undevelopment of this country. And I think corruption is now part and parcel of our lives.
Wow.
Do you believe that? Yes, everybody is corrupt.
Sure.
Top officials is corrupt. The down official is corrupt. Everybody is corrupt in this country. So corruption is one of the most canker to our development in this country. Yes.
So basically, this corruption issue has been a notion for both developed countries and not, and then the developing countries, because it has been a challenge. Although it has been a challenge, but let's look at African per se. Africa or Ghana, let's focus on Ghana now. Ghana is not developed because of corruption. They divert funds in books. Funds meant for certain projects are diverted. Do we say this corruption is due to greed? Greed. They want to satisfy their people.
The cause of our corruption is. If I check the definitions I gave Alan Thomas definition. I said he defined development 3 steps.
Yeah.
So if you check the last step, it will clearly tell you that Ghana, Alan Thomas tell Ghanaians that they are lacking something, which is deliberate effort. Each and every leader today is trying his possible best just to amass money and go to his house.
Yeah.
So that it's a form of corruption over there, you see.
Yeah.
So Ghana, we are lacking deliberate effort. Like if you have a deliberate effort as a top official, then I don't think that you're corrupt, because you are ruling people.
Yes. The deliberate effort also counts. I think they defined it in 3 steps. We have the historical aspect, the deliberate efforts, and then the vision. So basically, I think this one too could be a reason why Ghana is not developed, because the country lacks vision.
That's
what I think.
Look, that is why you think, but that's not the ever answer.
Okay.
To me, today we Ghanaians, we have a visionary. We are very visionary.
We are visionary.
But what we are lacking is deliberate effort. Okay. Visionary policies like planting for food and jobs. Let me just tell you, we have visionary policies like planting for food and jobs, unemployment benefits, one village, one dam, one district, one factory, one constituency, 1 million. It's a visionary policy, but what we are lacking is deliberate effort.
What I'm saying is not. You see, these are factors, right? These are the visions. But ask yourself, is this visions that you are talking about temporal or permanent?
So that is why I said is what we lack deliberate effort. We could have made it as what permanent one.
So that means we lack a permanent vision.
So
you get it. So if we have a stable vision, this is what we are. Ghana is targeting to be. This is how we want our country to be run. Like if there's a change of government, there won't be any other policies, but the policies that are stable for the country, that is what is going to be implemented.
And then we have to blame democracy. Because the rule of democracy is just we have to have one of the feature is just to have a frequent change of government every 4 years. We have to change the government, but that shouldn't be the case. We have to have like a 10-year plan like Nkrumah have. I wonder what will happen today if Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wake up and see the country. May he rest in perfect peace, because he's the father of this country. I think he did his best. He's through He has a 10-year plan. Yeah, I think we can also do so. Because we have visions, but the vision, what we are lacking today, to me, as a development economist, I would say we are lacking deliberate effort.
Okay, so that's to you. We now say we don't have a vision.
So that is what.
If we have a vision, we would make those deliberate efforts in achieving it.
So your
the vision, listen. The vision is not even there. Neither to talk of putting the deliberate efforts.
Yeah, I'm coming. You're thinking.
Listen. Right now, as we have Nana's, Nana Akufo-Addo's his policies, his visions for the country.
Yes.
Ask yourself, are they temporal or permanent? That's where I'm hitting. That's where I'm hitting.
What you are thinking may be totally different from what I'm thinking. So the definition of development cannot be stable.
Yes.
Always it will be what dangling.
Sure. Okay.
So
basically, we are saying that the time is not there. So we've talked about development. Then I think you have a clear cut of what development is, as that it doesn't have a specific definition, and then due to the situationality and then the positionality of every individual as a matter of fact.
But when you talk of development, the causes of undevelopment, you have to give the solutions.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that it's supposed to be.
We should give some solutions.
We
why
have to provide some solution for it.
Okay, why not? Let's look at.
You see, I don't want to.
The time is out.
I don't want to say that this country they like economize, but they have economists. But we just want to remind them, their economy is based on theories. I don't know whether they are stupid enough to read books or not, because this one is a simple economics. For a country to develop, that country must decrease the importation of goods and increase exportation.
That is that.
But if you check, this one is a simple economics.
Listen. We have. You see, this factor is going to be traced down from long time. Problem. It's a long time problem. Listen, as he's talking about this one, what are we importing? It's not food stuff, devices, technical devices. Our industry, what we have, does not guarantee us to be stable without.
Do we even have industries?
Yes, that's the issue. So unless we put these things in place, we cannot decrease importation.
That's why we can decrease importation.
How do we decrease
because we lose trust in ourselves. Look at Kantanka, for instance.
Yes.
Kantanka can produce car for the whole country to buy.
Wow.
You see, but you will not buy the cars Kantanka provided. You rather buy American cars. Do you know why? Because you lose trust in him.
Wait.
You see, Gary, we are importing Gary from China.
And do you know that our agricultural sector, the production is getting lower and lower?
Why is it getting lower? Why? Why is it getting lower, the agricultural sector? Why?
You see, the land we have here is not enough for us.
The land is not enough.
It's not enough.
There is 175 hectares, uncultivated hectares in this country.
So why are we not utilizing it?
You see, so you have to ask Ghanaians why they are not utilizing the well.
Basically, it's not Ghanaians, because you yourself, you are not even willing to purchase those foodstuffs.
Do we even have? I'm coming. Do we even have governments?
Let me ask you something. If you are placed with Trozafi in front of you, and then a French fries, which one will you choose? Just be honest, my brother.
Yeah,
be honest.
I'm coming. You know that I'm a local man.
Yes, sir.
I'm a local man, so I have to choose my local food.
Wow.
Because I'm a Ghanaian, I'm proud to be a Ghanaian. But sometimes I'm even feeling shy to call myself a Ghanaian.
Anyway.
You see, because of the hard nature of the country.
Basically, that's it. Our time is running out. We have many topics to talk about. So I think that's just a quick one there. We have elaborated some of the problems of development, the reasons why countries are not developed, especially Ghana specifically. We talked of corruption. We said lack of vision and the educational system that we have in the country. And then we are saying that to curb these things, we should some of the reasons to curb underdevelopment or these developmental problems. We said we should decrease importation and increase productivity in the country, or increase exportation. So these are just the basic the things that we've discussed so far. So I think that's a quick one there. I think I'll just say shout outs to the whole COMSAC executives as well, and then the students in communication, UDS in general. I say hi to my daddy, Dr. Elias, the HOD of our faculty, and then my cameraman here. I thank all of you, and then I say hi. And then do you have any shout outs for anybody?
Yeah, I can't. Anytime I get a podium like this, the only one I have to greet or to say shout out to is Haja Fatima and Nabapra, and all the communication members, all the bioscientists, all economic students. I think everybody in UDS, we are just students. I'm from the Faculty of Communication and Cultural Studies.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so that's just it. So if you are watching us, this is UDS Development Tent, and then we bring you next episode next time. Thank you very much for watching.
Subscribe.